Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above. Super excited, as always, to see what Spirit has for us. But before we do that, I love to send love out to the world, that unconditional love energy. And if you'd like to join me in doing that, I always welcome it because the more of us that multiply together, the biggest impact we have in the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And you can join whether you're watching live or even on replay, because we can meet outside of time and space to join together. That's where this love exists. So big deep breath to come back into this moment, letting everything in the outside world just fall away for a moment as we allow that unconditional love energy to fill our own heart, fill us up, and flow out to the world. Touching each and every heart out there, the little spark to spark a little more unconditional love, higher and higher and higher love vibration, transforming and transmuting any of the fear energy, the lower vibrational energy. We help transform it and transition it into higher vibration love. And of course, if you are in need of unconditional love in this moment, for your own mind, or your heart, your body, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now. Just take it in like a giant hug from the universe, giant group hug from your entourage of unconditionally loving beings of love and light. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that, allowing me this space. Really appreciate that. And before we get into the actual readings, I forgot to prepare this here. I just let everyone know, if you haven't heard, where you been. I've been yapping about it for a couple weeks. I know, but not everyone is on every night. So that's why I like repeating it to make sure everyone is aware. I do have memberships that I'm offering now, and there's a great benefit to it. If you want to check out this video, one, there's drawings available, and I love giving away things, but there's a big thank you for everyone. Tomorrow, I'll have been on YouTube live doing readings for a year already. And I'm so excited about that. And part of the memberships is a big recognition of everyone who has been with me at the beginning and all throughout, liking videos, subscribing to my channel as a subscriber, sharing the videos with others, commenting on videos, attending the lives, all of that has supported me, and I never want to diminish that at all. So there's a big thank you in the video for all of you that have done that. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. In the video, it does talk about that I have weekly giveaways, which I just posted week 2 winners just like 30 minutes ago. Um, so I have weekly winners for the members, but for everyone, if you're a subscriber to my channel and you watch the video and give it a thumbs up if you like it, if you comment on it, whether you're a member or not, you do get entered into a drawing for the end of the month. So you don't have to become a member. It's just a big thank you. So anyone that comments, I will enter you into the drawing there. So definitely check that out if you'd like. And then also, I've got a couple days left. I will continue to have my weekly giveaways for all my subscribers every Tuesday. Put out a video about what I'm going to give away the next Monday. The video I just posted here is the one talking about what I'm giving away, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. So I'm giving away. So you can check that out. And then also each week, I put out at least one pick a card reading. So I have a ton of pick a cards available on my main page if you ever want to hear more from spirit. There's a ton out there. Have some playlists grouped by like, you know, love and romance and relationship and job and finance and abundance and those types of things. This week, the last few have been about transforming some lower vibrational emotions into higher vibrational emotions. And I like that they talk about that there's nothing wrong with any of the emotions we feel. This when we're tired of feeling a certain lower vibrational emotion, we can change that if we want to. No judgment, but if we want to. And they talk about that in those videos. So I like it. And then each week I do put out at least for the last 9 weeks, I've been putting out a Take 10 with Zen, which is a video that's 10 minutes or less. And it's kind of different because it's not a reading, it's still channeling messages from spirit, but it's about subjects. And so each of these is about, how to connect to spirit, how to connect to our powerful self, how to, and answering questions from my subscribers. So I love these. This one was all about the empath bubble. So you have a ton of empaths out there, and I know, you can get overwhelmed by all of this energy, all this love energy, but also all the lower vibrational energies we feel from everyone, and it can be overwhelming. And this is a wonderful uh, subject about bubble, how to create a bubble around you. And then next week's is actually what's the real gift of the empath. Ooh, mysterious. If you become a praying mantis member, that's the second level, you're able to get advanced um, access to the next week's pick a card, the next week's take 10. I'm also going to start to do some meditations. I'm going to call them like pilgrimage meditations because we're going to go in through a meditation to different spiritual places in the world. So you have advanced access to that. And then I'm on these for about 2 hours. So about 5 minutes before 8 p.m. Mountain Time, I will leave this and then I go to a praying mantis free reading um, session. And so all of the praying mantis members can continue to ask questions, and we go deeper. We have more oracle cards. We talk about all sorts of stuff. We have a fun time. So if you guys are interested in any of that, just check out the video there. I just want to make sure there's no pressure. I just want to make sure you're aware of what's available, what's free, what drawings are out there. So that's why I blah, blah, blah the first few minutes of this video to get you in the know if you're not. So that is what we have. So I'm going to take a screenshot here so I don't lose anything. And I'm going to pop out the chat and we will get prepared here. Okay. All right. And if you aren't new to my channel or new to these readings, first of all, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. We have a great group of people here who are huge hearts, huge senses of humor, which is a great combination in my book. And so we have a good time here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And how the free readings work here as I'm trying to get everything set up here. Okay. Okay. I think we're good now. Um, so the free readings, I do go down in order. First come, first serve. Let me see. Okay. Make sure my volume is still working. Um, so there's no special list. The chat is the list, and that's how I just go down in order with that. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want, and we'll pull cards via that way. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I'll prioritize the reading, step out of the free readings, dive deeper and pull more cards for those too. And once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and then continue to try to get through as many as I can in the 2 hour period. If you want to make a donation, you can make a donation for any amount. I don't have set amounts because I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, moment to moment, right? Country to country, planet to planet, wherever. So I know you're giving from your heart and what you're able to. So I honor that. To make a donation, you can use the super chat down below. And then also you can use in the description box of the video down below, and in the the pinned comment at the top, I've got my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. So you can use those any way you'd like. So I like it. All right. Yeah. Hey, Ray. You haven't been around for a while, huh? Well, welcome back and thank you for your donation. I do have one donation that Angelique had made like right as I was leaving to go to the praying mantis session. So she's going to be up first, and then Ray, you'll be up next, and then we'll jump into free readings if there are no other donations. So Angelique had asked, and by the way, I'm gonna use the Sun and Moon Tarot right now. Hey, Julia. And so Angelique had asked about this Cancer sign. What's going on with them, right? Any possible outcome? Let's see what's going on with them here. What does Spirit? Okay, they wanted one, and the rest of the cards went hiding. Okay. So this is what any possible outcome with them. Is he interested? Because you keep getting mixed signals, huh? Well, let's take a look here and see what's going on here, if he's interested in what these mixed signals are about. All right. So, any possible outcome? Well, we've got here, I see why you're getting mixed signals here, just even with these cards. We have the Temperance, which is the going back and forth. Hey, Angelique. Absolutely. Thank you for your donation. Um, And we got the Temperance card, which is the going back and forth between the two cups there. That's the tempering, going back and forth. And so it's the slow process. Whenever there's a slow process around love, it's happening on purpose for a purpose. And one of the main things here is the Eight of Swords, which the Eight of Swords has this cutting away of the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets that blind both of you, bind both of you, make you both feel trapped within your own mind, right? These are all the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we've had growing up. Blah blah blah. Supposed to this, should that, need to that, have to that, must do this. All these rules around relationships. Who someone's supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, how the relationship's supposed to be. There's a lot of supposed to that just sucks the life out of a relationship. Well, when we continue to do what we've always done, we get what we've always gotten. And then when we've repeated that enough, our souls go, whoops, let's slow down. Let's take the remote, go frame by frame instead of fast forward, right? And so things slow down in the romance. And anything we enter into kind of goes slow mo. So that gives us time to let go of these thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us, any emotions that no longer serve us, and raise that love vibration so that we can draw in someone new, someone different. And that's what this Four of Cups is too. The three cups we have, in our pause here, these are the old relationships that were the what we got, when we did what we always did and got what we always got. It's like, "Blah," right? Well, this Ace of Cups here that's coming from the moon, maybe if it'll um, focus in here. Um, so, this new higher love that's being offered, that higher vibrational love. So I do feel, um, you know, the possible outcome is the temperance is there. It's going slow. So it is possible. There's possibilities for it, but there's just some alteration. It's like a hot air balloon that you're cutting away sandbags that are weighing it down. It's allowing you both to rise, but you're both cutting your bags, your your that sounded bad. The sandbags off of your individual hot air balloons so that you can meet and bump into one another. So I like that. Let's see what else we have here, because you wanted to know, is he interested here? And let's see what we got here. Well, there is deep emotion here. We've got the Queen of Cups is like the High Priestess. She dives deep, 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 deep into her emotions. And so there's a lot of emotion running deep. I don't feel they're letting it up yet. because of those things that they need to work on here, that their higher self, here's both your higher selves want. They're calling you to this higher love, and it has to do with letting go of this 10 of swords. The swords are the small t truths. Again, these are all those things that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, all those again, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, all of these eight of swords. You getting to the point here where you're both ready to let all these go, and that's what allows it to move forward. But everything's going slow now, and you got the double endings, double new beginnings, all this ending of old ways of thinking is part of this, of what's happening here. So this is why there's interest down underneath, but it's like the mixed signals you're getting is because there's emotion battling against fears and restriction. It's like a wild heart in a cage just rah, 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 wanting out, but the mind is going, no, 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 you can't. There's all this rules, and they're like, oh, come on, but the heart wants what it wants, but the mind is what's keeping it constrained. You do have victory here, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles, which represents this fullness and wholeness within yourself. The nines are hermit energy, being independent, feeling your worth independent of others. And then that allows you guys to come together in a way unlike you had before, where, we're all taught define yourself by relationship situations and things, and all that stuff is unstable. It doesn't uh, fulfill us. We feel unstable because relationships with humans are unstable. They change, they pass away, they walk away. Situations never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, all unstable, right? And we eventually find when we're defining ourselves by that stuff, we're unstable. But when we turn inward and upward, that's where that Nine of Pentacles comes in. That's where the solid foundation, eternal, unconditional love is very stable, right? That becomes our foundation. We fill up with that. And then we're no longer expecting these individuals, these people to make us feel whole and complete. We're independently whole and complete. I don't need them anymore. I'm not seeing how they're always falling short, not giving me what I can only get from inward and upward. And what they give is above and beyond. I start becoming grateful for what they give instead of resentful or disappointed, right? So there's this wonderful transformation that's happening. So I feel like, there is possibility there, but the slowness is happening so that you guys can both release those sandbags so that you can move higher in this love, and it comes together in a completely different way. Instead of it being what it's been before, it's something like that said, that Ace of Cups being offered from the moon. It's a higher love, something that you've never experienced before. So I like it. I like it. It's a positive thing, though it sounds like a lot of work, and I know, but it's definitely worth it, because otherwise we end up with those lower vibrational relationships and experiences, and we're done with that. I feel you're ready for up and beyond, to infinity and beyond. All right, but that's what they have for you, Angelique. So thank you for your patience and allowing me to wait to bring that question as the first one here. So thank you so much, much appreciated. All right. And then Ray, you are up. So you want to know, what are Jared's thoughts after your message? Will you reconnect? Whoa. Let's take a look here. And thank you again for your donation. And welcome back. Wintertime. All right. Let me just reshuffle these cards flying all over the place. So let's focus in here on Jared's thoughts about your message. All right. That is that. And then will you reconnect? Let's see what we got here. All right. Well, we definitely have communication here with two swords, and we got the Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords. Can't even talk. Um, and then the Queen of Swords. So both of this is about. I feel like their thoughts are they're looking at him from a higher place because both of these have the Ace of Swords, which allows us to see things from a higher perspective than we would have been before, and where we've cut away some old thinking. So I like this because it's new thoughts with the page, and it's balance between heart and mind with the queen, because the queens get a second portion of water. So there's the balancing there. And I believe pages, what pages? I don't think, is it earth or fire? It's earth, so that it's grounding too. So the pages have a grounding energy, and there's this balancing. So I feel like they're really approaching the response is very thought out, very grounded and balanced, which I don't know why it seems like that would be a surprise. It almost feels like maybe they used to fly off the handle, like they used to be very reactive, but I feel like they're calmed down. Maybe they're on like, some sort of CBD oil or something. They just feel very. Oh, okay. It feels like, um, you know, it's like all of this, you know, very, very calm, very laid back compared to, I feel like maybe before that they hadn't for some reason. Will you reconnect? It if you do, it is gonna be a while because we've got the Hanged Man, which definitely is them seeing things from a different perspective. It takes them time to work through things. I feel like it's not, um, specifically because of anything you have done in the past. I just feel like they're going through a Saturn return energy with the Devil card here, which means that their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, all these expectations that they've had their entire life, is being shaken and rattled, and they're being forced. We're never really truly forced. We asked for it, we signed up for it. They're being served what they've been asked for from their higher self, in releasing these things, so that you know all this sorrow, all this pain, all these disappointments they had were because of so many expectations that they had their entire life. And this is part of their cocoon. It's almost like a cocoon. They're a caterpillar, and you want to reconnect with the butterfly anyway. You don't want the old caterpillar, the cranky caterpillar. You want the beautiful butterfly that's going to come out the other end of this. So I like that you started communicating with them and they're approaching it differently. Um, but it's taking time because they are working on these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So much of the devil card energy, the shadow energy, is questioning these beliefs that we formulated all our lives. These again, with especially with all these swords and everything, it makes total sense. I mean, really, all four of these cards deal with seeing things from a higher perspective of our thinking. And so they're definitely going through this transformational period. Um, and I feel like their inner child is keeping people away. So I don't feel you'll reconnect until after they've come out of their cocoon, which I think is going to be a while. Um, I just feel like, especially with this being the card number 12, I almost feel like December feels like, today's the 12th of August here, but I feel like December. I just feel like you might like interact a little bit back and forth, but I feel like a deeper reconnection won't happen until December, but it's going to be like a totally new creature, you know. They're a butterfly, and they definitely look different. They act different, they approach things different. So they've been through. they will have been through quite a transformation. I feel like they've gone through a lot already, but they've got a lot more to go. Because the caterpillar, of course, becomes caterpillar soup, which is letting go of so much. That's what they're doing now, is letting go of so many beliefs. And then they start forming into the butterfly, which is the next piece, which I feel like they're going to start next month, September, October. And then December is when they poof, I'm a beautiful butterfly. Like, was it Ant? I think it was Ant. I don't know. I forget which one, which had the German caterpillar. I'm a beautiful butterfly. Anyway, that's what they're showing me in my head. So that's what's coming through. Um, so are they gonna um divorce? Let me take a look here. Just real quick here. Let me just got the Princess of Wands, which is new fire, new passion, new energy. And this one looks like they're rising from the ashes. So let's take a look here. Um, I don't know. They're kind of in the middle here. They're deciding here. Their heart and their mind are going back and forth. And I don't feel like it's been decided yet here. Yeah, because they're still in the midst of understanding their own mindsets of deception and being deceived and yeah. Well, it's them as a person, how they perceive life and how they look at themselves and how they look at everyone else. But I don't know if they feel if they've changed enough here. Yeah, because we've got the chariot, which is the power of choice. Again, they're right in the middle, and I don't feel like choices have been made yet. I feel like they have this movement, and if I don't know, are they married to you or to someone else? It's whoever they're married to. It's like if that person's transforming too, then there's a possibility of the butterflies being together. But as I have here, I love this. It's one of the emoticons available to my members that I created. I love being able to create. There's a butterfly carrying a caterpillar. You never see that. So if they're not able to, if they whoever they're with is not transforming along with them, then a butterfly can't carry a caterpillar. It can't go back into the cocoon to become a caterpillar again. And it doesn't walk along with the caterpillars because it needs to fly. It's got wings. It needs to go pursue nectar instead of eating and munching on leaves. So I feel like it's still up in the air. Whoever they're married to, and I'm not sure, they're not telling me, but whoever is, if they're transforming with each other, there's a possibility of butterflies changing direction and going places together. Otherwise, it can't, because butterfly needs to go with butterfly things, and caterpillars need to go do caterpillar things, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in, Ray. So thank you again. Good seeing you, and thank you for your donation. All right. And then Love1234, thank you so much for your donation. And if you haven't checked out the winning video of week 2, wink, wink, you might go check it out. All right. So thank you again for your donation. And let's take a look here. And you said you got sappy, I thought I saw. You sappy, so you asked the last question. Oh, boo 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 boo. Okay. So let's take a look here. It's a good question, number one. Let's take a look here. Okay, and then question number 2. Yeah, you're like, woo. I didn't think so because I w- I feel like you are, you've transformed and you've done that, Ray. So I'm like, I don't think that's you, because why would they say that if there is, you know, the possibility of someone who hasn't transformed? Because I'm like, "You're no caterpillar." So, I didn't think so, but you are very welcome. Alright, so love 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look here. So, number 1. Excuse me. Alright. Well, funny that you get, like, one of the cards that I consider a work card. Eight of Pentacles tells us that we put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears that help us progress, they help us grow, they help us, understand ourselves, right? Because one of the things that I learned throughout changing different going to different jobs, wherever I went, there I was. And when we experience difficult work situations or relationship situations or whatever it is, there's a common denominator, which is us. And we learn about ourselves of like, when a few jobs I when I moved and transitioned, I was like, they just don't appreciate me. They don't appreciate me. They don't appreciate me. And I realized it was me that was not appreciating myself. They were being a wonderful mirror for me. So I feel like a lot of this was this transformation, going through the difficult situations and whatever we go through help us. We put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears that help us go to different levels and higher levels. And it was your higher self here. Here's the star card, which part of what you went through with this justice card and the star here too is to help you discover what it is you truly want. Because if we're satisfied with a job that's not our true dream, we'll stay in it, right? It's like sometimes we get so comfortable, we don't get knocked, bumped out into our dream because we are, in that. So I like this because the Justice card is also, the Ace of Swords here. It's connecting to the higher realms, your higher heart, allowing you to see what it is you truly want and cutting away the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that, no longer serve, right? So, I like that, coming in here, um, in this energy that comes in here. So, I feel like you went through those situations to clarify what your capital T truth is. Who do you truly want to be? What do you truly want to do with your life? So, with those cards, that's what I feel with that. And then number two, well, I see here you're being true to your authentic self with the Three of Pentacles. You're facing your old beliefs here through this too, but you're gaining strength through this. You're connecting to your higher self. So, a lot of this has to do with the self reflection that's coming in here. Um, I feel like um, I don't feel like it's strictly just those that are bringing in your income. I do feel like there's this you being true to your authentic self and connecting with yourself here, but I feel like this shadow work sounds like there's other work involved, whether it's part-time, whether it is another. I just feel like there's something else that um is bringing the challenge, is bringing. I just kind of feel like your higher self wants you to continue to have the reminder of what you do want and what you don't want. In that one, it teaches you for that it's just income, it's just resources to help you with your dream. It's not your dream, and I feel like that's what's coming in with those there. And then number three, oh, okay, very good. Let's take a look here. Well, don't be concerned with any sudden changes and sudden movements of things because there is going to be some, it always happens. There's like, oh, we have to change this. You have to be here. You have to do that. Da, 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 da. Da." It's okay. You've got the Eight of Swords here, which is part of the journey that you're having here. with question number 3 is letting go of control, letting go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you, those that used to make you feel blinded and bound and trapped, thinking outside the box, thinking outside the circle of swords, allowing new creative things, not being boxed in. Allow your creativity to help solve these little things that come in because it's coming in to ignite your creativity. It's coming in these changes is to have you think outside the box, blah, blah, corporate lingo, outside the box, but thinking and creatively in a unique way on solving some stuff, which actually brings some great ideas. So I like it. So don't be afraid of it when any of that happens where, they're like, "Oh, we couldn't get you that area you wanted. We have to have this area," or, "This is what blah, 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 blah," whatever it is. Just allow yourself to go outside of the control, let go of the control, go with the flow, and change those things. So I like that. All right. Oh my gosh, I just how can you get the I just and then number 4, what does he wish to say to you? You've got the Prince of Cups offering love, Prince of Swords, I'm changing my mind, my mindsets are changing, all of that. The Lover's card. I swear every time. It's like you ask, it's 2 of Cups, Lovers, or both, right? And then you have the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new beginnings, birthing of things, also sensuality, So, there's these messages of your relationship is important to me. I do want to birth things. I do want things to, progress and grow. And that this is movement of emotion, movement of mindset, and I feel like that's what they would wanna say, is that, "I wanna do these things, I'm working on it, it's just taking me time." And it's like, "Okay," you know, we either are gonna give them the time or give them the boot. But I like it. I like that, it always comes up, that's just crazy. I love it. So that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So many blessings to you. Alright. So that was that one. And then Johanna Jurisen, hello, hello. You were up next. So thank you so much for your donation and just whatever you need to hear. All right, let's take a look here and see from Spirit. What would they like you to know right now? Okay, what else? All right, and then these two here. All right, so let's take a look here, Johanna. All right, wow, you are definitely in a nice little transformation. I love the way they have the death and the rebirth card because here's the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? So I definitely like this energy that's coming in. And we've got the hermit card here, which the hermit card is, the inner journey connecting to the higher self. They and your spiritual posse and support team, right? They're helping guide you through your path. And so you've kind of been called into this, not that you have to be a complete hermit, but that your alone time has been important for this rebirth because the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, all the knights have a quest. And this knight, in combination with all these cards, they're in pursuit of the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups, the chalice. And that brings in, there it goes. That's our higher love. That's connecting to our higher self and connecting to, the spiritual realm, because that's the love that we're looking for. And so this chalice is being offered. We're in a quest for finding the love that we haven't been able to find in the outside world. Everything that we've been told is supposed to bring in these feelings of emotional fulfillment fall short. And so you're being guided inward and upward to find this love, and then it floods in, fills you up, and overflows out to the world, and your whole perception of the world changes. Instead of it being a place that falls short, it's a place of above and beyond extra because you're no longer looking for it to fulfill you because you're finding what you need in here. The outside world becomes this overflowing place. And I like this. Yeah, yeah. Well, here we go. Because here's the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is this card that represents all those little swords are the small teachers that are rooted in fears of losing conditional love, fears of failure, fears of rejection. It's our ultimate fears. And they're not dead, they're exhausted trying to live up to all those expectations. But as you're connecting to the higher place, to that unconditional love, you're given the Ace of Swords, which allows you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve you. This is where freedom begins to come in here. And here's the Judgment card. This is your higher self calling your human to this higher place, which requires, here's the double endings, double new beginnings with those two tens. So, and with this 10, there's this transformation that's happening, this change. In fact, you've got four tens here. You got the 10 of Pentacles, the two tens here, and then the 10. So you are definitely, yeah. Well, I guess we knew that with the death and rebirth anyway, that there's this ending and beginning significant that's happening in your life that's transforming things and bringing you these, things. I like this. I definitely like this transformation of this energy that's happening because it does bring you this fullness into the outside world, um, both in your mind is feeling freed, your outside world is feeling freed and full, whereas it felt like lacking before. So I really like this for you, Johanna. There's just this transformation that's happening, and it's all pointing you inward and upward that just fills you up and overflows out into your world, and it changes perspectives and relationships and health and just everything. It's just a huge rebirth. You are rising like a phoenix from the ashes, and so I like that. So I feel like that's what spirit wants you to know right now, Johanna. So many, many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right. And then Dominique, hello, hello. Hey, Valerie. Yeah, you can definitely donate for a reading. Absolutely. And there's no set amount. Whatever you are able to give is what we do. You can use the super chat, or we've got Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square at the top in the pinned comment as well. All right, Dominique, thank you for your double donation. And let's take a look here. So, first, is it for your highest experience to stop reaching out to TL? So, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around that. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay, and then you also wanted to know how they're feeling about you. So while we're accessing that energy, let me pull the cards for that. So those, how are they feeling towards you or about you? All right. So let's take a look here. What is going on here? Yeah, the first card that comes out is the Three of Wands is about you changing direction. So I feel like that would be a yes, just right off the bat with the Three of Wands. And the reason why you've got the King of Cups here, which the King of Cups is this balancing of heart and mind. And I feel like this is an individual that is in your future. And it's a balance. Don't you love balanced individuals? You're like someone that can express their emotions, but it's not overly extreme emotion all the time, and someone that's intelligent and can communicate but isn't talking all the time and isn't so mental that they can't express their emotions. It's a wonderful balanced individual, and I like them for you. And I feel like this is someone who is in your future, which if you take the focus off of TL, this allows this for the future. So I like that. And the Queen of Cups. So you have, well, that makes total sense too. So you find a divine counterpart, someone who is so not so much like yourself because, Queen of Cups, she rolls over water and has a second portion of water. King of Cups rolls over water with the queen, but also has air, which is the mind. So, where you can dive deep into the lower subconscious and spiritual stuff, they have intelligence and they have the air about them too. So you have enough in common that's just draws you together, but also there's enough of a difference that you both learn from each other too. And I like that. And you have the Two of Wands, which shows here that our energy is so powerful. We are co-creators of our life, right? So when we're focusing our energy on lower vibrational things, we draw in more lower vibrational experiences and people and situations, right? And when we're focusing on gratitude and things that we love, and we draw in those things, right? Uh, higher vibrational, love vibrational things. I feel like TL drag just is just, oozing lower vibrational, which makes it uh, more of a challenge. It makes it harder for you to choose higher vibrational. And I feel like they've brought up enough for you to understand what they were meant to mirror for you to see about yourself that you're ready, like, okay, I feel like I'm done with this lesson. And I feel like it's movement is what I feel. Yeah. So, let's see what his feelings are here. Okay. Yeah, and it's interesting because their feelings about you, you know, the I feel like they get into their mind a lot, but it's like they're not realizing the mirror. They see you as a burden. They see like you expect too much. You expect I can never do that. I can't do it all. I have to carry all this stuff. I can't do it. Blah blah blah. But it's them that have all these the swords. Again, the King of Swords rules over air, has a second portion of air. But the combination of these, it's like they are so much overthinking things and things in their head, and it's like, "Whoa, I can't live up to that," but they don't realize it's them. This is the mirror for them about their own standards, the way that they have, everything. So, you know, when we ask, like, what are other people's feelings towards us? It's like, I like when I had asked spirit, they get very, honest with me, and they go, "That's really none of your business." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, has nothing to do with you." They're looking at you through their filter, and they're just looking in a mirror. You can't control what they're seeing or feeling or thinking about you because they're thinking all that about themselves. I'm like, "Oh." It's like, "So focus on you." They always would put me back to me and go, "What am I seeing when I look in the mirror of them?" Oops, right? It's like, "Uh-oh." It works both ways, though. When I'm like, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "But also look in the mirror and see yourself." "No, I don't wanna do that. Why would I wanna do that?" And they're like, "That's where your growth happens." And I'm like, "Oh," because they said you can't recognize greatness in someone else unless you have that greatness within you. You also can't recognize the irritating things in people if you don't have that irritation in you for yourself. So I like that, the clarity that can come in through that there. So, um, so we've got this, strength card coming in here, which is connecting to your higher self, and seeing things from a different perspective for yourself here. And because I don't feel like this strength card has to do with them. I don't feel like they're in a place of connecting to their higher self there. Um, and and again, I feel like their feelings towards you, they still have like this passion, but I also the Eight of Pentacles normally doesn't mean um mean this, but with the combination of everything and the energy they're bringing through, is that it's too much work. I can't handle it. They have passion, but they're like, I don't have enough fire to complete all the work that I need to do. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And that's this kind of energy. Like again, it comes back to that burden and all this. They're just like, it's like a job. They feel like it's a job that requires too much. They're like, it's like, wow, okay. But, again, so much of that has to do with even before they met you, they had this long list of expectations that have been given to them all their life, that whether you had any or not, they had them already there, and whether you shared anything or not, they are going, "You want me to do all this stuff," and you're like, "I never said that," and like, it's just normal. That's what's required because that's what they were taught from mom and sisters and aunts and grandmas and this is how you're going, this is what you need to do, and they were taking all of this. I almost feel like they were in a house full of females, and then they were telling him, "You better be like this to women. You better treat them like this way." Da, 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 da," to where they're like, "Yeah, it's so much," and it's like, "It didn't have anything to do with me. I didn't ask for any of that." Okay, yeah, so that makes total sense, and so yeah, so uh, I feel like you can't go back and unprogram all that. It's gonna take them time to realize, and get to that point. I don't feel like they are, they get into their head and overthink a lot, but they don't do anything about it. It just feels like nursing it and rehearsing it. And it's like, well, it's okay to keep watching, this. It's almost like they're watching home movies of the pain that was caused to them and the disappointment they always were and were told they were. But it's like, but if you don't do anything and you just keep just watching the movie, you don't move forward. And I don't feel like they have that in them because they just feel exhausted. So that's what I feel is there, Dominique. So I understand why this King of Cups, balanced heart and mind, sounds so peaceful. But that's what they have there for you, Dominique. And thank you for your double donations. I really appreciate those. So I'm glad that was helpful. All right. Love 1234. Yes, I did complete yours. So you are done. You can be kind and rewind, like we used to have to say when we used to rent VHS tapes back in the day. All right. And let's see here. So, Valerie, I did get your donation. So, James will be up first, and then Valerie, you will be up after that. All right. So, James, if you, let's see, which video was that? I think it was the month end video for July. If you check my giveaway playlist, I believe you won a recorded reading. So if you're interested, you can check that out. You're very welcome, Dominique. Fist bump. All right. So, James, thank you for your donation. And you want to know where's? Yes, I do believe you won. Um, I believe so. I usually have my list, but I don't have my list with me. But I definitely remember your name though. And because I did I do a donor drawing at the end of the month where I pull two winners, and you were one of them. Yeah. So just if you go to my giveaway playlist, it's listed in the description box of the video. Or if you go to my main page after we're done, the giveaway um, playlist is at the very top. If you go in there, just look for the one. It's the month end one that would have been like right after on July 31st or right after it, whichever one was posted there. And It'll give you all the details, the deets. All right, so let's take a look here. Where's Patty and your relationship together going? Let's take a look. All right. All right. And then I feel like, of all things, you get a numerology oracle. It's like paint by numbers. What's happening here? Let's see here. What is this here? All right. Okay, so let's see what we got here. All right, I like that. Okay. So I do see here we've got this the 6 of swords is great because this is a movement of thought and belief and mindset, leaving old ways of thinking behind and moving into new ways. And so this is a movement of mind. We like to see that. The 2 of swords, again, this is this energy of closing our eyes and opening our hearts. And I feel like you both are kind of letting go of some old pain because we've got the 3 of swords here, which is actually like the 3 swords that are being left behind here. And I like that they waited because they wanted to kind of show it this way. Because of seeing this right away is like, yeah. But they're showing this is what's being left behind. There's usually 3 swords that are the choppy waters. This is the choppy waters, the disappointments, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, and the must that, suck the wind out of our sails. But this is movement forward. We're leaving these behind, which is allowing forward movement. And I like this energy because we've got this world card too, which is a victory card, first of all and foremost. And then it's the last card in the major arcana, which also is leaving behind old ways and old cycles and beginning in a new one, more free of expectations. This adventure that's open to things. And I like that. We have the Hermit card, which is still about there's, specified alone time to help with moving these things out of the way, which allows the movement. So alone time, and of course, which I know you know that, the making sure we're spending our alone time and our time with spirit and for our guidance keeps us grounded and keeps us moving, in direction. So I definitely like that coming in here for you there. Interesting enough, we've got environment, master number or power number 44. Very solid foundation type of numbers here. I almost feel like this is the 8 of pentacles. This is the energy I'm feeling from it, which is about putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and things start to move in the outside world. And I like that even your donation is all green. It's the heart chakra, it's the movement of the heart, and it's very solid. I love the solid energy of the 44 as well. Because I know this is about honoring Mother Earth and the environment, and it just has that, you know, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture feel of the Empress card and the 8 of Pentacles. It just feels this energy that comes in here, and I just don't feel like that they're just showing show is the affirmation is I show respect for Mother Earth and align myself with Source. And I just feel like and this is totally you anyway, that giving this respect to the divine feminine side of Patty, it this is what allows this flow. This is what allows things to unfold and the nurturing of yourself and allowing them to nurture themselves, but also this nurturing side of you that you're sharing here too. It's just a very solid foundation. The 4 and 4 and the pentacles, the queen of pentacles, the empress energy is all coming in here with this card, which is very weird. Which I love weird, of course. I'm Aquarius, so I love that. It's like, no, we're going to give you a card that has nothing to do with what the book says it is, but we're going to give you all sorts of messages around it, all in one. Boom. Heart chakra, movement of the heart, balancing of the heart chakra, this wonderful forward movement. I love all that. I love all this coming in here. So I like this. I feel like that is what they wanted you to know from that. And then I want to pull, since it's almost the same color, I want to pull a psychic tarot oracle for you too. I'm just getting nosy. Okay. Empress. So Empress energy, divine feminine, new birth, everything we're just talking about. I just love spirit. They're just like, go ahead, pull from that deck. We'll reinforce it for you. I like this. The oracle side of this, of course, says through this card, the manifestation of growth is on the horizon. You're the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, they're now ready to give birth into your world. Be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as they become strong and healthy. Open yourself to the life force of the universe. This card also represents the femininity in Mother Earth, who's calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out. She wants to embrace you on her seashores, her mountains, forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. So there is this nudge definitely from Mother Earth for you to get out into nature a little more, if that's resonates with you. Acknowledge that the same energy that makes up the heavens, the earth, the plants, the animals, and mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion. And as you interact with others around you now, or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness as you handle such situations, which is totally you. This isn't a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. I can't see you being that anyway. Act from the loving space of your heart center. You can't make this up. The benevolent energy that resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. And of course, that's the Empress energy. So if we needed it to be reaffirmed, there it is again. So I like this for you. New birth, get out in nature, nurture yourself, nurture others. It feels like the harvest is coming very soon. And I like it. So that's what they have for you, James. Many, many blessings too. And I look forward to getting your email about what questions you would like for your reading. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Veronica, thank you. I'm sorry, not Veronica. Valerie. Who's Veronica? um, Valerie, thank you for your donation. And there you go. Okay, very good. So, okay, so I see. Okay, so that's the same question. Okay, very good. So, will your son's father, Ronald, go to court to take full custody of your son from you? If so, will he succeed? All right. Definitely understand your concerns with that and fears around that. So, thank you for your donation, first of all. And my heart goes out to you. I know, Mom, I feel Mama Bear energy here too. The email will be in the description box of the giveaway video, James, and I think it's in the description box of this one too. but it should be listed in the giveaway video when you go into the description box of the video. It's all should all be in there. Yeah, sure. You're welcome. All right. So let's take a look here, Mama Bear, and let's see what's going on here. Oh, so Mama Bear, it's the battle of the Mama Bears. One Mama Bear is trying to protect her cub. Yeah, and they want to take it full custody. Well, okay. Well, that's what you're wondering. Will they do that? And will they succeed? Okay. Yeah. I don't I don't feel like I can see here like where you were saying here because I do see a Queen of Wands, a very fiery, pushy individual trying to, you know, bring change in the outside world. So I can see here where, mama's trying to do it here, but she can't, grandma can't make it, father has to do it, right? Um and I don't see it here. I see them being here, the this is like spirit saying, Put your fears at rest. This is a new journey, a new adventure, free of fear. You don't have to worry here." The 9 of swords is all of the fears we have of what would happen and everything, but the Fool card is this, it's the beginning of a new adventure, free of fear, free of all this, um, you know, the stuff here. So I don't feel like that is here. Um, I feel like this is the movement because the full card is actually comes after the last card in the major arcana, which is the world card, which is letting go of old cycles, old beliefs, old mindsets, and it's actually a victory card, which brings you into this here. So this is all telling me no, they don't have the cruelty that their mom has. Um, they put up with it, but this is this freedom from fear card here. So I see where mom is pushing it, but I feel where uh, the son doesn't want anything to do with that. They don't want, to do that to you or their son. Um, and I like here though that if like if they did, because we want to know what well if he did, would he succeed? And they're like, no. There would be, we've got this, 7 of cups, which is a lot of emotional confusion, a lot of emotional upheaval, but the tower gets struck by lightning and burns down. So this is like, no, they wouldn't succeed. The case would fall apart. Which I like. And then to reaffirm that, they were like, no, they would fail, and this is you with happiness here. So they're like, no, you don't need to. They just are like bringing you back to this um, fearless place here. That no, that's not what the father wants. Ronald doesn't want that, um, and no matter what mom's trying to do and how she feels. Um, just realize he had to grow up with her. I don't that's what the spirit your spirit guides are going. Just, if you think it's bad with what you've been doing, he has to put up with it. He has to live with her, and all of that. So, um, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if anything, it's like, well, if you're having health issues, then maybe they need to pay some money to help. It might end up backfiring on them, you know. But yeah, I don't feel like I feel like if they're asking questions, um, you know, if anything, he's doing it just to appease mom, but I don't feel like he wants to pursue anything. I just feel he's just more doing just enough to keep his mom off his back. Because again, they keep telling me he had to grow up with her. So he has to live with her, in a way. So he's like, I've got to interact with her. So I'm gonna do this much just so that she will leave me alone, get off my back, kind of thing. But I don't feel with all the cards here, I don't feel any of that type of energy. And I don't know, I'll pull a psychic tarot here as well, because I can definitely understand your concerns here. It's not a small thing. Yeah. And we come up again with the Nine of Swords, which is this putting your fears at ease. It's the ending of your fears. That's suffering in silence, and that's like where your fear is at. But this card, literally means the number nine denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limiting negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, the despair, and the sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. That's the Fool card. This card follows what is trapped in fear, and the number eight, which is the number eight mental card. When your fears aren't confronted, your mental anguish continues. So, this is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you. But you must first take the first step toward healing and let go of the mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for help that's available. So I like that because they're bringing up, you know, when we have our fears, when we're focusing our energy on our fears, every moment we are putting out energy, right? We are the ones that are co creators in our life. And when we're focusing in on what I fear and what I feel is missing, the lower vibrational things, I'm inviting it in. I'm growing it, right? And that's what we're taught to do. Focus on what you fear, focus on what you hate in your life, what you fear will leave your life, or fear what will come in your life. That's what we're taught. And I get it. That's our habit. We're taught from when we're very young. Be aware, stranger danger, stranger danger. Don't take candy from strangers. From very young, we're taught to fear, but we can change that. And when we change our energy from focusing on what we fear to what we're grateful for and what we do want and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, the energy, it draws in different things into our life. It also takes our body out of fight or flight mode. When we're in a lot of fear, our body does so many things. If you just Google or check a medical site, because I'm obviously no doctor, but it talks about our digestive system shuts down, our immune system shuts down. There's so much, our body's flooded, our nervous system is overstimulated with adrenaline. And there's all these things that do impact our physical health, and everything about us. So when we're in fear a lot, it impacts so much of our life, right? But something that I did to help me move from focusing on fear so much in my life was it's changing a habit. And I took my phone, I put a vibrating silent alarm so I didn't wake up everyone or irritate everyone. And I did it. I usually do it every half hour, hour, depending on how fast I want to change my habit. And it's bringing back to gratitude. And so I began to focus on gratitude because then I would get sucked back into the fear, which is my habit. And then my alarm would go off. It would take me back to gratitude, and I would go back. And after a while, I didn't go back as fast. And then my alarm would go off, and I was still in gratitude eventually. And so it's over time, we change our energy and our habit to focus in on what we do want instead of what we don't want. It's like a little kid that goes into a bakery and, in the little glass shelf, they're pointing at this donut over and over and over and over again. And the baker loads up a dozen of those donuts and gives them to the kid. And they're like, "No, I hate those donuts." They're like, "Why are you pointing out what you hate? Point at what you love, and I'll give you dozens of that." And that's how the universe works. We point out what we want, and they bring it to us. If I'm pointing at something I don't want, then I can stop pointing and remember I want to point out what I do want. And so that might help as well. So that's what they have for you, Valerie. Hopefully that helps. But I feel like they're saying that there's no fear that needs to be there. And I like this message of, let's not focus on that and draw it to us. Let's focus on the gratitude. Focus on what you're grateful for. And Ronald, I know that's hard, but it's like, focus on, I appreciate that, um, they granted joint custody, at the divorce or whatever. And I I send him love, for having to live and, you know, endure his mother. I My heart goes out to him. I'm grateful that he's able to stand up to her. And you can, focus on that energy, and you can see things change. So I like it. All right. So that is what they have, Valerie. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Hang in there, Mama Bear. All right, Aries Rising. Hello, hello. And the question will be popping down below. All right, Johanna, I'm so glad. You are very welcome. All right, Aries Rising. Okay, thank you. So the person you deeply care for has recently been pulled. Oh, yay. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, very good. So number one. All right. Whoa. Shoo. Cards come flying out here. All right. I get you. I get you. I see what's going on here. So let's take a look and see what the cards say here. All right. Just getting clarity here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see here. We got, so for the first question here, does he think about you, miss you? Yeah, I mean, the 8 of swords here, he's got so much on his mind here, but there's so much on his mind, but you are definitely on his mind with the swords being here. And the moon card is, there's a lot of deep emotion that flows here. So, like you said, he's look at he's pulled in a lot of different directions. I love it. Literally being pulled by strings in a bunch of different directions. But you're still in his mind, and you're definitely still in his heart here, with the moon card representing tons of emotion that's there. So definitely that's there. And then once the crazy schedule ends, will things pick up? Well, we got the 8 of Wands, which is wish, 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 wish. A lot of passion and energy flooding here, and all like 10 of Pentacles. This abundance and this feeling of fullness in the outside world. So I definitely like this energy that's coming in here. Like you said, he's got a lot on his mind here. He's got the king here. Well, that's very bright. There we go. King of swords. So mastering the mind right now is what's going on with them for sure. And I feel like things do take a different direction with you two because of everything that's gone through here, but it's not a negative thing. I feel like they end up, and we have the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity. It takes you guys in a new direction because of everything that they're being pulled in. It's almost like whatever happens now, it almost like frees them up even more, without this valid reason being pulled in a ton of different directions. It cuts him free. In fact, I gotta share this. Um, because this is one of the emoticons for members, which is based on that Eight of Swords here. Whoops, I guess it helped if I enter. Um, and it's the cutting away. It's the cutting away of the strings. I feel like it cuts them even more free in their life and offers more opportunity there too. So I like it. It feels very freeing and very creates even more ability to change the directions and go to a different direction that we even thought we could. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't need to politely back away because what that tells someone is, "You're not interested in me anymore." That we send a mixed message. So you don't have to back away. You can just be yourself, just don't be pushy, don't be demanding, which you won't be, but you can be supportive. And even if you'd say, "Hey, just let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Can I drop you off dinner? Have you eaten? I can drop you off. I don't even need to stay. I know you're busy, but I just want to make sure you're eating." Uh, okay, yeah, exactly. So we can overdo it. We can overcorrect. Something that you might look at doing too. Is if you listen to the Take 10 with Zen series that I have, was it last week's? There's one that it'll be heartache, not heartbreak. It's the one before that, heartache, which is when our we feel helpless to help someone. There's still an energetic process we can do, so that might help too. If you want to check it out. It's less than 10 minutes as I spray my spit everywhere. Good thing you're not live. Oh, need a splash shield. I need to take a sip here. I'm getting all foamy mouthed. Rah, rah, rah. Yeah. So you can do little things and just, drop off a snack or, you know, don't know how close you are, like with friends. Whenever I have friends that are going through stuff, I go, "Hey, I'm gonna come over. Give me your key. I'm gonna do your laundry and clean up your kitchen and do stuff because I know you're super busy and I want to do it. Where are my keys?" And they're like, "Okay, wow." It's like a gift of service, sometimes, and that could be their love language too. And they're gonna be like, "What?" But you know what? You follow your heart, but definitely listen to that Take 10 with Zen. That, could help too. So that is what they have for you. Aries rising, it looks good. It looks good. Um, just don't over that politely backing away can blow up in our face, you know? It's like, "Oh, it's not, there's some pain there sometimes, where we're like, um, it comes from childhood, feeling like you're in the way, right? And when we look at that, we can heal that and transform it and go, I am never in the way. I am the way." And I can help. And I want to help. And I'm going to ask them, how can I help? And so I like it. So that's what you have, Aries rising. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Yeah, love 1, 2, 3, 4. You did win. Boom. So congratulations. All right. I think that's it for my donations right now. So I'm going to scroll, scroll, scroll to the top and we'll start on the free readings. And so, what's coming for you, Dijona Sturgis? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know that's coming here? All right. Well, you definitely are getting some new communication coming in and some new ideas that are coming in too. Wow. They had me pull three cards for you. You've got one and two and three, and things are unfolding in a beautiful way. So you've got new communication, new ideas coming in. Trust your gut and trust your intuition, and you've got new birth and creativity. All of this is wonderful. I feel like there's this opportunity for you to do things differently, to take things in a different direction than you normally would, whether this is job or education or romance or friendship or whatever it may be. It just feels so different and intuitive, but so beneficial and self nurturing, and it just feels so empowered here. It's seeing things from a different perspective. Of course, both of these cards, the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords, do talk about connecting to the higher realms. And the Empress is about doing things outside of tradition of not law. You don't want to get arrested, but um, unless it's your choice, you have your power of choice. But I would not encourage anyone on this channel to do anything illegal. Um, and But it's about doing things outside of the norm, because the Empress, she comes before the Emperor and the Hierophant, which are all about the rules of a society and the rules of spirituality and organized religions. But the Empress is running naked through the forest, free from all that constraint. And I feel like there's this opportunity just for you to express your, um, yourself and to pursue an area that you normally wouldn't. But I like it. I see the dollar sign there, the dollar bag. It's harvest. It's beneficial for you to do it. So I like it. Go in a different direction, than you've ever gone before, allowing you to express yourself. So I like that, Dijona. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Right, you're very welcome, Aries rising. Right, new love. How will Alex reach out to you, or is it over? Let's take a look here. I don't think it's over. The Two of Cups here. Uh, the Hierophant, um, the Hierophant is this teaching. It's going inward and finding your capital T truth, seeing things from a higher perspective, finding out who do you really want to be. Um, and so I feel like they are doing this big inner search. And so once this is over, they'll reach out here. But I feel like something's really drawn them inward, something that's really been this, five is the number of change. So I just feel like there's been a significant alteration in their life that has just really made them face it. I almost feel, I don't know if they've had death in their family. If there's something that it that's usually something that just rattles a lot of our human cage, right? When we're faced with our mortality and we're just like in shock and we're not able to think and respond. And so I feel like they've lost, possibly either through death or through someone leaving. Um, just there's been a significant alteration in their life. So once that settles in and they come out of shock and they realize, oh yeah, then I feel like they'll reach out to you, new love. So that's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Right. And Dollface Diva, you are up next. So, general for the week. Let's see what we've got going on here. All right. Well, you do. It looks like here you've got the movement of emotion here with the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Lover's card. So it does feel like here there is this definite emotional connection. And it doesn't necessarily need to be romance, but this is screaming romance, but it doesn't have to be. because this can be, a best friend, a connection with a loved one. And, love doesn't always have to be romantic love. There can be a very, deep love for like a best friend or, like I said, family member or someone. But you definitely, this is a week full of love for you, of this ignition of this partnership, this friendship, this romance, whatever it is. It just really feels um, explosive in a powerful way, not a negative way. Just like, wow, there's just something that happens, just blows up the love into huge, huge way. I know we're in Cancer moon for the next couple days. And then we, of course, go into uh, Leo and then Virgo, and then, but I feel like maybe with that Leo and Cancer energy this week, it just feels like this explosion of passion and fire and in a good way. So I like this for you, Dollface Diva. Hopefully that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, um, it's nice to feel the love. And again, if you're not looking for romance, it can definitely be friendship or family, like reacquainting or reuniting or something like that as well. So that is what is coming in for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings for you. And LA, just in the nick of time, alarm system. So you want an energy read on L. And let's take a look here. So what? You're welcome, Dajona. So what does Spirit want you to know about L? The letter L. Feel like Sesame Street. Or was it the electric company? The electric company. That's like really old. You guys don't even have that. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Let's get some clarity real quick here. Wow. I don't know why I was pulling so many cards. Evidently, they wanted you to know about this. But you got the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Cups. It's walking away from emotions and people that no longer serve and heading off into wish fulfillment. So the energy read here, I feel this is for you because I feel like um, it's okay to not pursue it, to leave it go, because you've got the Empress card and the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. This is about focusing on you and not anyone else. It just feels like there's this focus in on your love, your self-love, your abundance, your wholeness that comes in here. Because you have also got your higher self calling you to this higher place. And the Four of Wands is joy and celebration and gatherings. And so I feel like they're wanting you to go this different direction, not the direction with L. It just feels like they're calling you to this higher place, something that's more joyful, something that leads here to a lot of joy. The Four of Wands also can be marriage card, just saying, but there's this other direction. And I'm like, well, give me clarity. And they gave me the Seven of Swords. A lot of deceit, lies, lies, lies. So deception and thievery, So I just feel like they've got a lot going on where they're not being truly honest and upfront and sharing who they are. And I just don't. This energy is let it go. Don't pursue. Don't invest any of your energy into it. Focus all that energy on you instead. So that's what they have for you, LA. I know, we asked. So that's what's going on. All right. Daisy, you are up next. So I am doing much, much better. My energy is returned. I had a couple days where my battery was in the red, and I'm like, we don't do readings that way. I will summon demons. No, I don't believe in demons, but Uh, so you want to know, what does spirit want you to know about the next 3 months? Let's take a look here. Do not summon demons. Be aware of any fears that you have here, because we've got the Five of Wands, which is the focus of our energy, and this is transforming. Then five is the number of transformation and change, and it's energy that starts off with fear, but it transforms into something of love. And so I feel like what spirit wants you to know about the next 3 months is, try to really make it your mission to change where you're focusing your energy. Because Nine of Swords is about our thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, fear of failure, fear of, rejection, all these fears that are at the core. And this is the ending of this, and the 10 of is the release of the fears. And I feel like this is the 3 months is letting go of a lot of supposed to and should and need to and have to and must. And this is the time to do that. It's time to enjoy as much as you can living in now. It's okay to dream, um, for an outcome, but it's about living in the now. You can dream for the future, but don't live for the outcome. Live it for the now and the journey of getting there, because then you enjoy each moment, as you're headed that direction, instead of having so much connected to an outcome. Dream of the outcome, but live in the now. I feel is like their message that's coming in here for you. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. Many blessings to you. Good point, LA, you know? I could charge extra for summoning demons. Yeah. I can blackmail people. Don't make me. Don't hold my earrings. Don't make me summon a demon. Yeah, that would not be fun. I've seen too many movies, right? Whatever you focus on grows, comes back around. There was one time with my first ex, um, when I bumped into him at a club, and it didn't go well because they wanted to get back with me, and they wanted to dance and all this stuff. And when I got home, someone had picked me up, and we all went to the club. And then, this is in my well, actually my late 20s. Um, and my friends dropped me off, and I noticed that two tires on my car were slashed. They had left way before me and had were very upset. And then they called me the next day, and they asked me how I was doing. And they never did that. And I was like, so the tires on my car, and they didn't deny it. But I felt this energy, because this was around the time when I was coming into my power of connecting to my energy. And I just felt this rage. And I was getting this big ball of stuff that I was about to throw their way, which would be like, our idea of a curse or whatever, which it wouldn't impact them, because that's not how those things work. But my spirit guides were like, hey, if you send that, just realize it picks up speed and it snowballs around the planet, and it's going to come up and hit you upside your head from behind. And I was like, let's shut that down. So I like that. Anyway, that's a nice little story for everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. All right. So, Ayushi, you are up next for the next free reading. And will Y try to contact you and mend things within 2 days? Let's take a look here. I don't see it within 2 days. I feel like they've got a lot of this is like the card of abandonment, lack, feeling left behind out in the cold. So they've got a lot of self-worth challenges. that they face. And I feel like with the high priestess, this is about being away to themselves, diving deep, trying to understand things. But I don't feel like it's within 2 days. I feel like they've got um, a lot to reflect on here. There's some stuff that's really bubbling up from the surface. Even though the two at first I saw that and go, "Is that 2 days?" They're like, "No, it's not. This is all about, maybe more like 5 days." But I feel like they will contact you, but I don't think it's within 2 days here. Um, I feel like it'll be more within 5 days, but not within two. So that's what's coming in. They just got a lot of abandonment issues, probably from when they were very, very young. So that's what's coming in. So hang in there, and many blessings to you. All right, let me see here where we're at here. Thank you, Country Mouse, for the blessings, and you are very welcome. I am so happy to be able to do this and offer this for everyone. Okay. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down here to see when the next one is, because this is where I got to the point where I was prioritizing. All right, Country Mouse, I think you do. You have a question here, so you'll be the next free reading here. Glad you like that, LA. All right, Country Mouse. So, wondering what spirit would like you to know for the next couple of months. All right, let's take a look here and see. What does spirit want you to know here? Whoa, don't be so loud. All right. I feel like here there's been some slow growth. There's been some slow movement that's been going on in your life, and there's been some of these fears that have been holding you back, that have been slowing things down, but also were slowed down for you to be able to look at your fears. So it's like almost, it's not a catch 22, but there's a dual purpose. Some of what is anchoring and slowing things down, which is what happens when we have fears around things, that's lower vibrational energy that slows down time. When we raise our vibration, it speeds things up. But life slows down for us to look at things. When we have lower vibrational fear energy, it draws in lower vibrational, like, relationships and people and situations and experiences. And when our soul goes, okay, had enough of that for a while. I'm ready for some change. It'll slow things down so that we're not quickly drawing lower vibrational things to us. So it slows it down where things are not coming to us as fast. But also, um, it allows us to raise our love vibration, our self love, by being able to let go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve us. Those that, from the Eight of Swords, made us feel blinded and bound and trapped, small and limited and powerless. All those delicious things we're taught in life, we're able to release those as we question them, and that allows us to cut away those weights that are holding us back, these anchors that are holding us back, and that allows us to move higher. And then once we get to a certain point where we're drawing in higher vibrational experiences, that's when things start to speed up, because our soul does want to bring those things in faster, and these things, old things, drift away. So I feel like over the next couple of months, um, Spirit wants you to know that the small t truths of fear that are bubbling to the surface, that are triggering, are for you to be able to look at them and release them. That will eventually speed up things in life again, and bring you things that feel more fruitful for your life too. So I like it. The things that are coming up are not coming up in an accident or to punish you. They're to release you and free you. So just be aware of what's coming forward. It's not going to be subtle. I feel like it's almost like shadow card energy, Saturn devil card energy, where it's like, here's your stuff. And you're just like, oh, I see it. It's like, how can you not? It's like right here on your face, right? Okay, I see you. I will look at you. So I like it. It's freeing for you, Country Mouse. So I like it. So many blessings to you. Right, and we answered those. And that one. Okay. Very cool. All right. And Her Highness, hello, hello. We are to do. So, when will your finances get better? All right, let's take a look here. See what we've got going on here. Going to be on for about 15 more minutes. So, let's see how many of these three readings that we are able to get through here. Yeah, I see it here. When will your finances get better? We've got the disappointment, the 5 of cups, the spilled cups, which is when I feel my finances are not good, and then we have the ace of cups, which is me feeling like life is full and overflowing. Finances, I feel like they're saying here with this, my finances get better when I am focusing on what I'm grateful for with my finances. I find, and this is what Spirit's sharing with you, when you focus on our lack, we tell the universe, I really enjoy lack and not having enough. Can you extend that and give me more of that? That's what we're saying with our energy. It's like we talk about a little kid going into a bakery, the glass little shelf that they're pointing at over and over and over again at these donuts, and the baker, of course, packs up a dozen of them to give it to me. He's like, I hate those donuts. Like, I'll tell you what, instead of pointing out what you don't want, because you're telling me this is what you want, point out what you love, and I'll give you dozens of those instead. And so your finances will get better when you begin to focus on what you're grateful for and not focusing on lack. And then things change. Something that you can look at too. I've got a free series called Take 10 with Zen. If you look at episodes 4 and 5, they have to do with fate and the things that we can do to draw in things sooner to us, and things we can do consciously. Gives you like a tool about consciousness. And then I think it's number 5 talks about things that are below the surface that could be, it's our out of balance giving and receiving ratio that's done in our subconscious that we can correct and alter. I wouldn't say correct because it's perfect up until we want to change it. Um, but instead of 1,000 to 1, we can make it 1 to 1. So if you check those out, those are of course are all free. The playlist, I think, is linked in the description box of this video. But if you go to my main page, the playlist is at the top. Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5. That's been my advertisement. So there you go. All right, Her Highness, that is what they have for you. Let's see. So we did those already. Let me just scroll here. All right, Keel, I think you are up next here. Let me just double check down here. You're welcome, Her Highness. Have a nice day. Very good. All right, Country Mouse. You're like, I'm ready to get it done. All right. So, Keel, you want guidance on subconscious thing that you're working on. All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Wow. You definitely are working on things here with the Devil card and the 10 of Swords. This is all about the shaking and the rattling of all this thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've been inundated with your entire life. So you definitely are in the Saturn. I don't know if you're in your Saturn return, but there is this huge shaking. This is great cards to come together because this is your expectations and all the roles being shaken so you could be free from them. They're shaking it so you can see of what of your own, um, the cage that you're in so that you can be set free from it. You can start breaking away the bars in it. And so the guidance on the subconscious here is just to realize that the things that are coming up, I feel like um, if we focus so much on all our fears, we expand it too. There's this wonderful balance, and this is the way spirit, because I have Capricorn energy, which is devil card Saturn energy. It's rising, and so I see the world through work and doing the shadow work and go go go. And they're like, it can be exhausting trying to do so much um, around those things that we become consumed with it instead of enjoying life. And so spirit showed me, they're like, focus your energy on what you want to grow, which is unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, what you do want. Focus 90% on that. And then just know that the things that your soul and your posse and your spiritual posse, they will bring it up to you. Your little child self will go, "Hey, I'd like to look at this." And then we look at that and we transform it. But then we spend 90% of our time here. And then it goes, "Okay, I'm ready for another one." And you're like, "Okay, let's look at that. Let's transform that." And you focus 90% on here. So I feel like this is their message for you right now on guidance on subconscious things that you're working on is focus energy more on the higher vibrational things, and that just helps us naturally transform some of the lower vibrational things that we're ready to deal with, but they'll make themselves known too. It doesn't have to be like, well, I got to clean out that entire basement. It's like it's full. You know, you can't. You It's full of lifetimes of karmic and akashic records and everything else. But we can just know that there's always something on the could do list and that they'll make themselves known. But we're never, ever going to be caught up. So, investing a lot of, we almost can become anxious around trying to do it all. That creates another thing to deal with. But when we realize, if I stress out like at work, my first time as a manager, I wanted to be caught up on everything. And my boss just kind of chuckled. How long do you want? How long do you want to try to do that before I tell you you don't have to do that because you're never going to? Because she was like, I've been a manager for 40 years in various companies, and you will never ever be caught up. Your email, you always have another email coming in or someone walking up or something. There's always something to experience. And so we are never caught up. So I feel like that's their message for you, Keel. So relax, relax. All right. So let me take a look here. So we did those, we did those, we did those, and then we did those. We did those. All right, and Her Highness, you already left. Well, you already asked another question anyway here. All right, Blessed One, you want to ask what is heading your way? Let's take a look here. And hello, Nagar. All right, what is headed your way? All right, 3 cards. All right. All right. Well, I like this. You've got this new opportunity that's headed your way here, and it has to do here. It's spawned by um, really understanding and cutting away I guess a more clearer way to say it is about clarity. It's gaining clarity about what wish fulfillment and happiness would actually mean, and it allows new opportunities to arise. Because what the Justice card does, we have this long list of what something means. Like, this all has to happen for me to be happy. That's what we're taught growing up, right? You can't be happy until all this stuff is done. And we're like, oh, but I want to be happy now for no reason at all. And that's what Spirit says. You can be happy for no reason at all. And then no one can take that away from you. And this is where the balancing comes in here, because we've got this long list of what has to happen in order for you to feel, emotionally overflowing. What does the dream come true look like? and question it, because we've got this big pile of opinions that's been given to us since we were growing up, with the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must, and that is outweighed. That makes us want to do this, like we feel this pressure to have all this stuff. I have to get to this point to be happy. And they're like, no, we don't. We can be happy right now, right here, right now, for no reason, because we have everything we need inside us. And that's where this justice card comes in. There's this balancing of what all this happiness means. And then when we realize that I don't need all of those stuff, all those things, all those people, all those situations, all that money, all that possessions, whatever it is that we've been told we have to be happy. I can be happy right now. Then everything else is abundance and full and overflowing. And then I see the world in a different way, and new opportunities open up that I wouldn't think I would be able to pursue, because I'm so busy trying to fill all these roles. When we're free from them, I have a lot more time on my hands and a lot more energy too. So I feel like that is what is headed your way here, this clarity of what dreams come true really is for you, not what you've been told, but what you really in your heart it is. So I like it. I like it for you, blessed one, and that's what they have for you. All right. Well, we are getting down to, I have 4 minutes left before I go and head off to my praying mantis evening session. So if you're interested, you can join us over there. Here's all the information on memberships. And if you haven't checked out this video, I encourage you to do so. Whether you become a member or not, it doesn't matter. In this video, it talks about, one, appreciation for all of you guys who like the video, who come and attend these live sessions, comment on videos, share the channel with other people. I've almost been doing this. Tomorrow it'll be a year that I've been doing live readings on YouTube. I can't believe it's been a year already. Um, uh, but there's a big thank you there. And then also it talks about weekly giveaways for members, but also if you don't become a member and you watch the video and comment, you'll be entered into a drawing for some giveaways at the end of the month. So giveaways. Also, there's just today and tomorrow left for you to get into my subscriber giveaway. So if you're a subscriber to my channel, you can check out this video. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next Monday and what you need to do to get into the drawing. And so you can check that out too. And that's just for being a subscriber and commenting and or whatever it says to do on the video. So I like that. I like giving away things. Also, each week I do put out at least one pick a card reading. This week's was, how can I transform betrayal? And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, you can check out my main channel. I have a ton of pick a cards. So follow your heart, and I'm sure Spirit has more to say to you, because they want to talk to us all the time. Trust me. They love chatting with us. And then also each week, I at least for the last 9 weeks, I've been putting out a Take 10 with Zen, which is a video that's 10 minutes or less that talks about how to connect to the higher realms, and questions around higher realms, how to connect with ourself and our power. And I answer questions from my subscribers too. This one is all about the empath bubble, which all of you empaths who feel all the emotions of people around you, this helps us have some peace and some space and not take on people's emotions. So it's 10 minutes or less. It gives you some ideas on how you can do that. And if you're a Praying Mantis member, you get advanced access to next week's episode of Take 10 with Zen, next week's Pick a Card as well. And then I'm also going to be doing meditations very soon, which you'll have advanced access to. And like where I'm about to head off to, you can join us for the free reading session for Praying Mantis members. Next week's episode is about the real gift of the empath. So exciting. All right, everybody. Well, that's what I have for today. Again, thank you so much for all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support, and always excited for how thirsty you are to hear from Spirit and to search after Spirit. It blows my socks off. So thank you guys so much. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I will see you when I see you, and then, but have the great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.